welcome to my first Unturned video. So in this video I'm going to be explaining how to set up a server and how to do loadout and all the basic server commands and all of that. So let's get right into it and I'll show everything. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask them in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to answer them. And I just made a whole bunch of them. Oops. Sorry about that. So let's just switch you over to monitor, and now you can see this. So this is what you're going to be greeted with after you're done. So let's just go ahead and shut it down. And gone. So I don't like to combine my Unturned server files with my game files, because if I want to, like, say Rocket plugin for my server, I have to go dig out all of those Rocket files that I just installed, because it won't let me launch without those. So, and it'll just say I'm running a different version of the game, but this is how you do it. You make a shortcut and you go into your properties, and then you simply, after the quotation marks, here, I'll even do a little, create shortcut. I'm not going to set up this server, even though it might. Screw it. So I'm going to name this server a different one. So, oh, I copied it. Let me delete this, and then now we make an unturned shortcut out of that. And then you go into properties. There we go. So after the quotation marks, you simply hit hyphen, no graphics, space, another hyphen, batch mode, and then you do plus. So this is where you do your server. So like secure, that would make it a VAC secure server, but since I'm on my own network, I'm going to do a LAN server, so only my network, people on my network can see it. And then you name your server here. So I'm going to name my server Unturned server, and then you click apply, and you click OK. And then you click it and open it up, and this is a different, it's not working. Oh, done. Turn that off. So I need to rename this to something else before it takes over. I'm going to do test server. And then click OK. Servers, unturned. I don't think it did anything. Anyway, so you open it up, and you should not have any files. So after this is done loading, it'll load. Its loading speed depends how good your computer is, but you can just go ahead and leave that. And then you see it create a file. You go into that file and then click server, and then you have this thing called commands. Now my picture is different. Yours will be Notepad picture. I use Notepad++. And then this is where you do name your server. So name your server. Probably gonna be something like fun server. I'm gonna name it test server though. And you're gonna click enter, and you're gonna do map PEI or Washington. And then I'm gonna do PEI because it's the basic map. And then this is where you choose your difficulty. So you type mode, normal, or hard, or even easy. I'm gonna do normal, and then you type port, and this, you probably want to do 27015, so then you can go, since if it's a LAN server, you click in the server menu, you click LAN, and then it'll show up there for everyone on your network, even for Hamachi, I believe. I don't know, I haven't done it yet, but I do 444, so then you only see it if you connect to it. let me do a quick demonstration. So let's go ahead and go over to Unturned, and then I'll open up this. So this is where you go in here and click connect. But if you do 27015, you go in here and you click LAN, and it should be here. And you can hear my brother in the background, but that's okay. But now that's how you do that. And now if you want cheats, just type in cheats. And then if you want a loadout, this is actually really weird. If you type 255, which is for every single class, there are classes in Unturned. So let's go back to it. Let me find my recording and then go back to Unturned. And so you click play, like survivors. You can be, per se, Spec Ops, civilian, firefighter, police officer. If you do 255, it'll do every single one of these classes. So every one of these classes will be given those items. But I don't know the codes for each one. I know Spec Ops is 3. And in fact, I'll leave the codes in the description if I can find them. Anyways, let's go back to the server. Go into monitor and then remove that. So your loadout, you would just do a long chain of items if you do 255, but 3 is Spec Ops, so it'll only do for people that are in the Spec Ops class. And then you do your chain of items, and then if you do 255, you cannot have more than 1. So say I do 255 here and 3 up here, 255 will override 3. So if you're gonna do all the classes, you only use 1 chain. But I'm not gonna do a loadout, I already have one. And then you just simply click save and then exit out of there. Make sure it's saved though, I'm not gonna exit it for further editing. And now you go back into Unturned server, run that shortcut, and it should do its thing. And then there, and here you can control your server with just this, and then I'm gonna go back into Unturned and I will connect to this server. So I simply go to servers, LAN, and you can see it shows up. And then you can even connect to it if all goes well. There we go. So there we go. You are now in your server. You know, it always takes a long time the first time because it's loading everything. But now, oh yeah, if you want to do third person and first person, I'll show you in just a second. But it's working. And you can go play on your server. I'm gonna exit that and I'll be right back. Oh, actually, no, I'm just kidding. Go into monitor and close that out. And then you can do whatever from here. You can admin yourself, and you simply do that by saying admin and then your name. Now I'm gonna go ahead and delete. Actually, no, I'm not. Now, if you want to have a perspective, or like third person and first person, then you type in perspective and then you type in both. If you only want it in third, you type in third, I believe. And then I'm gonna do both because it's annoying without it, and especially for PvP. Oh, and there you go, that's your server. Now if you want, say, plugins, let's go ahead and close that, and I'm gonna delete so I'm gonna leave that there for this video. But then what you do is you go find your game files, local disk, program files, go down to Steam apps, and then you do workshop, and then you do content. The code for, or the numbers you need, or the file you need to choose is 304.930 or something that says 304, and that'll bring you to your Unturned plugins. And now this is the Domination pack. I know that because I remember the date I installed it. And what you do is you simply hit copy, do not cut it or else it'll not work in your single player. But then you go into your bundles, workshop, content, and then you click paste. I'm gonna go ahead and stop that right there, and there you go. That's how you do all of your plugins, how to set up a server, and you can even admin yourself and do what you want. Now Rocket is a different story. I'll do that sometime later if I remember to, but I'm not going to do it in this video